document?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what SERCO is
Yeah.
putting out.
Last night, but read better and not confused like I did it. Sorry, people.
Do we have consensus on it? I mean, it looks like we do. Any dissent? Any questions? Any
I have a
questions?
concern. If this is a document that's done, then I don't know if it's time for concern.
Oh well, what happened was is that we had this document done, coming as a statement from SERCO last night at the SERCO General Assembly.
Okay.
The Florida GA would like to was attempting to adopt the exact document that we got consensus on yesterday, miraculously, and that's pretty much what we have. And we're basically just trying to reaffirm that we are in solidarity with the same event that we are in solidarity with.
But it makes sense considering we're from multiple states.
Just technicalities.
Well, it's too bad for you I got here.
Better straighten it out before we pull your teeth instead.
What if I read it better, Dan? Would that help?
I have no interest in condemning anybody. And
condemning the action.
Do you know what George Zimmerman did?
Yes.
Okay.
Doesn't it say condemning the actions of them?
Yes.
So we're not condemning anyone.
Condemning the actions.
Condemning the actions taken by this person, not actually saying we're condemning.
Point of process, I'm noticing there's been no stack. Everybody's
stacked at all.
Blah, 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 or I'm just saying.
Let's take stack.
And also
Neil is on stack?
So you weren't here last night?
Correct. Well, I left at a certain point before this was
So
discussed.
just for your information, the before draft of that read and calling for the arrest of George Zimmerman. And there was a lengthy, vibrant discussion about arrest versus, because that's what the people of Sanford are calling for, versus standing in solidarity with them without necessarily using the same language against them to not play into the prison complex in the same way. So can we condemn someone's actions without calling for arrest? And we think yes, and it still shows our solidarity with people who are screaming for justice.
Concerns with arrest?
No, but I hear where you're at. I don't want to stand in the way of what y'all are happy with. I wouldn't say that document speaks as I would speak, but that's probably all right.
Yeah, I was just going to ask, does that mean you would stand aside as opposed to down twinkle?
I might down twinkle, but I wouldn't, well.
We've always done.
Would you down here?
Yeah, I'm curious about the process. If you want to
Point of clarification.
framework where we are.
Would you block it? Is it morally or ethically wrong to you?
And if so, tell why.
As I understand it, moral, ethical concerns don't justify a block. It has to be a concern that is deleterious to the Occupy movement.
I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the purpose of a block is whether or not you personally have a moral, ethical problem with it, or you will otherwise lose the movement for it, or it is a detriment to the movement in some way.
Lots of hands up. There's a point of information. There's a clarification over there. I'm not sure if you're waiting to get on stack.
I guess so.
At least in our Occupy, a block is for if you have a serious ethical concern with something, if you have a safety concern with it, or if you will leave the movement if it's passed.
Do we want more time, or do we just want to table this and not? Can I see fingers? I see time. More time. I'm asking for more time. 5 minutes?
Yeah.
I have a slight point of process. I was wondering if we could focus on the document and not necessarily focus on a block unless it's the conversation can really take a long time, I think, and I think this conversation is going really well, and I'd hate to just break it up into a few different conversations at the same time.
Okay, there's a clarifying question and a point of information.
question I was gonna ask, yeah, because it would be clarification to you. Would you support it if, because, you know, it wouldn't really change much, would you support it if we just did, still ask for justice for Trevon, but took out condemning someone? So then, you know, we don't have that part on it as much, but we still are saying justice for Trevon. I was asking if that might work.
To clarify the question, point of process, point of information.
We've been gathering a stack, and I feel that everyone is using point of process and clarifying question to just jump that, because you're having back and forth with one person first, and you keep clarifying something that has not even been brought up yet.
Okay. I wasn't.
So, Whistler, is that a point of clarification, or are you trying to get on that?
Clarification, yes.
Okay.
Are we,
Sure, but you can.
are we trying to get consensus for Florida working group on a different package of words than what we already got consensus for SERCO last night?
We're using the document from SERCO as our entire base for what we're working on from here, and it's something like we can edit it if we choose to. I mean, that's what I assume so. So I mean, we're just using it, right? Am I correct in that?
I wanted to reiterate what I heard said. The first thing is that we're not condemning a person, we're condemning a behavior. And his objection was that he did not feel comfortable condemning a person. I think it's important to distinguish between the two. And I don't see us in any way condemning or prosecuting that individual, but that behavior is notorious, and that's what we object to the most.
For your information, I think it's important to note that we still have not received an answer. No, you're not you're not allowing my information to come out. What I'm trying to say is that it's notable that he has not answered the question and what he has a problem with. Point of information.
Point of process.
It's my understanding that what we're doing right now is putting up the document that the SERCO GA consensed on last night, as it is, to be adopted by the Florida General Assembly today. That's my understanding of what's going on right now. So maybe we can address that first a little bit more instead before we start changing language, because my understanding that's not what we were doing here.
Point of information, Brando.
No matter what we decide here, it does not stop SERCO from distributing this on SERCO. Whatever we decide here doesn't affect the SERCO decision. This is a Occupy Florida decision. That is where this becomes a distinction of difference.
Can you do the stacks? Is that okay?
Well,
Okay, I'm a little bit confused if the stack was specifically in response to this. If it is, then the stack as it stands is Jasmine, Jen, Tony, and Amber. Okay, tell me what you want to tell. Point of process.
shouldn't the person that's being the block have some priority in clarification of their position?
Nobody blocked yet.
Oh.
We haven't had a proposal yet. We were assuming that we're trying to figure out what he was going to do before he actually did anything. So.
30 seconds.
I think I can help this to become abbreviated. Can I try? Very quick point on my sense of what a block is. It's when the action about to be taken is out of line with what I think of as the purpose of the group, so much so that the group does not still serve me in that sense. Is that more or less? But having participated as little in the group process that went up to this point in considering this question as I have, I am more or less content to stand aside and let this go forward. I would probably, I would like to state, just to get into the open air, that I am not a strong believer in the notion of justice or justice for a person who is dead. I don't know what that means. And condemnation of an action, to say that action is bad or wrong, does not strike me as the most healthy way to address social harm. When someone has killed someone else, when there's been fear and conflict, the notion that we were going to create justice by condemning somebody's actions really strikes me as not the most healthy way to address a situation to create a more healthy society. That being said, that's my personal feeling, and I don't feel I've committed enough to participating in process that I would want to invest time or effort or energy into changing this group's statement on this subject. So if that notion is far enough out of sync with the sensibilities of this group that I would be the only person holding it or holding space for it, I am happy to leave it be and let it go forward and walk away from it and let it just be that this is one area in which SERCO and I, Florida GA and I, are not so aligned about how to address this thing, but there it went.
Are we okay with stopping stack right now to take consensus on this and just doing it like that? Okay, so do we have consensus on this document? We have consensus on this document. For appreciation and announcements.
Thank you.
And then I want to,
Announcements.
I have an idea.
Okay, let me just clarify, so the, other 4 people who are on stack, were they on stack specifically about this before we reach consensus? Do they still have things to say? Okay.
I got a commercial announcement.
Oh, you're trying to do announcements. Oh, wait, now one second. That wasn't what she asked. I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to say it.
Is my hearing going now too?
We took a small detour.
So let's do announcements. Who wants to get on stack for announcements?
To clarify once again, this is a combination of announcements and appreciation.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Are you asking me an announcement?
I'm trying to get on stack to do announcements.
Sorry.
Okay, so I have
Well,
an announcement.
actually, there was other people that I was nodding to acknowledge that I got you on stack.
Okay. You're
Am I
on.
number 1? First one. I want to thank you all for being here for me, because I've talked to a lot of you people and I've learned a hell of a lot, and I thought I knew everything, but that's been changed for 40 years. The gentleman, I think he's a gentleman, anyhow, named Mark Stowe, dropped a whole bunch of these t-shirts by here free, with the stipulation that we use them for fundraising somehow for Occupy, and take the proceeds and use them for Occupy. He's got 4 sizes, not small. A bunch of them on the table. He said he'd like each Occupy group to be able to have some to take them. I have his number and email. I don't know they're going to do another printing, but if you do so well and they're so popular in your neck of the woods, I'll give you his email and see if you can get some more. His cost was $6. Anything you do over that, and anything you want to send him to defray those costs would be appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you.
Just to clarify, I don't think you just said this, maybe you did, I'm sorry. That you said to take 3 of each side? It's that to take 12, 3 of each side, right?
If there's not that many, if everybody
Oh, okay.
take that, so it's kind of like what's available, give it your best shot.
Just to let everyone know Nathan wanted to be on stack, so I'm facilitating if that's all right with everybody.
Okay, so the stack as it stands right now is Neil, Karen, Walton, Kevin.
I didn't get on? Never.
Get on then, Karen. You're on stack. After Evan. Whistler, do you want to get on stack?
No, I'm fine.
Neil.
Your announcement ends the
Yes.
Dan, I appreciate your perspective.
Oh, that brings us to, are you done, Neil? Sorry. Yes, okay. Announcement that I forgot to talk about last night at the SERCO GA. Have a friend at Occupy Birmingham, and they're doing a big immigration rights protest on April 14th. It's really cool. If you go to the Occupy Birmingham website, they have a lot of information on there. I think there are a lot of resources. You might know there are some really fucked up like laws in Alabama particularly, but being spread kind of all over the country, like trying to get, they call it like trying to encourage self-deportation, like making life so unpleasant for immigrants that they just can't wait to leave, and it's fucking awful. So that's some cool stuff in case people want to work on that for the next couple of weeks. Maybe do a protest or something, do a march, I don't know. And then I just want to appreciate everybody, like, so much, because everybody's super awesome, and, like, I can't believe that this weekend just happened, and we did this, and, like, we're still sitting here, and we're working really hard, and I just look forward to continuing to do that with you guys, and I just really have a lot of appreciation and love.
Walter?
Alright, I got some crucial things. First and foremost, I want to thank Stephen Hunter for letting us come out here, use his land for this event. He did a lot of work on it, we all did, but he put in a lot of work. For a couple weeks leading up to it, I don't think he did any actual money-making labor of his own. He was out here prepping the land every day for us to be here. So I really want to make sure that he got recognized for that. Second, I really want to appreciate all of our kitchen fairies who made sure we were fed all damn weekend. There's just like, I can't express everyone who pitched in the kitchen, so I won't try and just leave it at that. And finally, something I forgot to say during open floor is just I really appreciate all the love and support I got this weekend from everyone. So thank you. See y'all next time.
I have an appreciation, which is along the same lines of what he said. It's been wonderful to interact with each and every one of you. Had an amazing diversity of perspectives here, and I hope we can continue to reach out to people and bring even more perspectives into the fold for the next event. Let's make the next event twice this size, right? And my announcement is that I'm still going to do a short teach-in followed by a workshop discussion on security, information security as it applies to both online and the physical world. I would encourage at least one person from each occupation to attend. I've done network security work for Sprint, for several branches of federal government, for the state of Florida, and for nonprofits. I also do martial arts and that kind of thing. So anyone that has experience in those areas as well is encouraged to come and also help teach and facilitate. If you're interested in either helping with that, attending that, whatever, please see me like kind of in between here and the kitchen area as soon as the GA is over, so we can figure out when would be the best time to do that so it doesn't conflict for as many people as possible. Thanks.
Appreciation. Y'all awesome. I love you, and it's pretty awesome to be here, and I think that we accomplished a lot, honestly. I think that facilitating that GA was really fun for me, personally, because I never get to facilitate GAs like this. So, it might have seemed really slow, like a really slow process, but I promise you, it was, at least for me, it was a lot of fun. Announcement. Last night I made an announcement at the SERCO thing that was misplaced, because I was falsely assuming that it was a Florida GA, when obviously it was SERCO. And I essentially expressed interest in bringing up to my occupation that we would like to host a SERCO is what I said. I'd like to change that, because that made no sense, because we've just had SERCO here. Why would we not have it in Georgia or somewhere else? And instead, I would like to offer to bring back to Tampa that we host the next Occupy Florida event. So, yeah, I guess that's my announcement. I guess I'll let you guys know what's up with that when I get back and bring it up.
Clarifying question?
Question, since Steve is here now, could we reiterate the attaboy that he got before?
Thank you, Steve.
Points of love and awesome for you.
Thank you.
So Jasmine, I missed that I thought you were trying to get on stack, you gotta clarify.
Okay, I took care of the clarifying question, I just want to be on staff now.
Okay. So, actually, you're up. You
Oh.
were on stack from before.
I just want to say thank you to the facilitators for today. Everyone who's been doing this, who's not like gotten fed up and just left us. And thanks to everyone here for not having a 13-hour GA. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. It makes me want to come back to the next one of these, even that much more. So we can get done in less than 13 hours and we're not up until 2 o'clock